Imagine being the first child ever born. The world is brand new, and your only brother is your closest friend, your biggest rival, and ultimately, your greatest enemy. One choice, one moment of darkness, changes everything. This is the story of Cain and Abel, a tale that echoes through eternity. Let's go back to the very beginning, to the dawn of humanity. Cain and Abel were the sons of Adam and Eve. As the first brothers, they shared a world unlike any other, yet they were different from the start. Cain, the firstborn, was strong, grounded, and drawn to the earth. Even as a boy, he found joy in the soil, helping his father plant seeds and watching life sprout from the ground. He took immense pride in his work, feeling a deep connection to the land that provided for his family. Then there was Abel, the younger brother. He was quieter, with a gentle spirit and a deep love for animals. He would spend hours with the family's flock, a natural shepherd who knew each sheep, caring for them, protecting them. His heart was kind, always looking for ways to help. Growing up, they were inseparable. They played together, learned together from their parents about God and the world, and shared the simple joys of a life no one else had ever known. As they grew into men, their childhood passions became their life's work. Cain became a farmer, a tiller of the ground. He poured his sweat and strength into the fields, learning the rhythms of planting and harvesting. The sight of a full granary was his reward, a testament to his hard work and skill. Abel, true to his nature, became a shepherd. He lived among his flock, loving them, understanding their needs, and protecting them from any danger. His life was one of quiet dedication and care. They both loved their parents and honored God, but a tiny seed of something dark was beginning to sprout in Cain's heart. It was the seed of comparison. He would look at Abel's flourishing flock, the healthy, strong animals, and a bitter thought would sometimes cross his mind. Does God love Abel more? This feeling, this quiet jealousy, began to fester, unnoticed by anyone but himself. One day, the time came for them to present an offering to God. This wasn't just a ritual. It was a test of the heart. Cain brought a portion of his harvest fruits and vegetables he had worked hard to grow. But his offering was tainted. It was given with a heart that craved recognition, a heart that wanted to prove its worth, not one that was overflowing with genuine gratitude. Abel, on the other hand, chose the very best lamb from his flock. He didn't hold back. He brought his finest, offering it with a heart full of pure love, faith, and joy. He gave freely, without a second thought. God saw their hearts. He accepted Abel's gift because it was given in sincerity and love. But he did not accept Cain's. The reason wasn't the gift itself, but the spirit in which it was given. When Cain realized his offering was rejected, the jealousy that had been simmering inside him erupted into a fire of anger and humiliation. His face fell, and his spirit darkened. God saw this and reached out to him. "Cain, why are you so angry?" He asked gently. "Why do you look so dejected? If you do what is right, you will be accepted. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you. But you must subdue it and be its master." It was a warning, a lifeline, a chance for Cain to turn back. But Cain, lost in his own bitterness, refused to listen. His jealousy wasn't just a fleeting feeling anymore. It became an obsession. Every time he saw Abel, he didn't see his brother. He saw the one who was favored, the one who was better. The love they once shared was choked out by envy. One day, with a darkness in his heart that he could no longer control, Cain said to his brother, "Let's go out to the field." Abel, trusting and unsuspecting, went with him. There, alone, surrounded by the very land Cain had once loved, his rage took over. In a horrific act, Cain rose up against his brother and killed him, the first act of murder. The innocent blood of a brother soaking into the earth for the first time in human history. Silence fell, but it didn't last long. God's voice broke through. "Where is your brother Abel?" he asked Cain. And Cain, now a liar as well, the murderer, answered with a cold, defiant question that has haunted humanity ever since. I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? But you cannot hide from God. What have you done? God declared. Listen. Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are cursed and banished from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a restless wanderer on the earth. Terror gripped Cain. My punishment is too great for me to bear. He cried, You have banished me from my land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me. But even in judgment, God showed a sliver of mercy. He placed a mark on Cain, not as a badge of shame, but as a sign of protection, so that no one who found him would kill him. Cain then left the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. He went on to build a city and have a family, but the weight of his sin, the memory of his brother, was a shadow that followed him for the rest of his days. Abel's story, though tragically short, was not in vain. His life of faith became a timeless example, and his death a stark warning about where jealousy and anger can lead. So, what can we learn from this ancient, powerful story? First, that God looks at our hearts. Our actions, our gifts, our work, they mean little if our motives aren't pure. It's not about being the best. It's about giving our best with a heart full of love. Second, it's a brutal lesson on the destructive power of jealousy. Comparing ourselves to others is a trap that leads to resentment, anger, and terrible choices. We must learn to celebrate the successes of others, not envy them. And finally, it answers Cain's haunting question. Are we our brother's keeper? Yes, we are. We have a responsibility to care for one another, to build each other up, not tear each other down. This story reminds us that our choices matter deeply. Our hearts matter most of all. Let's strive to have a heart like Abel's, full of faith and joy. And let's remember that even when we make mistakes, God's mercy is there, calling us to turn back and choose love over hate. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of our shared human story.